looking too hard. That you're bad at taking your time. Bottles of wine, closer tonight. Do you really know what you want from your life? Hey. Has anybody said hope on your mind? That's why you need closer
Tekosahka milinka wewensin yei son tekontzitzintin. Nikan nimitstahtia, nikan nimitsonnotza nitlatikpak masewalixpokatzin. Nimitstlasokamachilia totlalnantsin. Axkan tikneki ma techkauilikan titlahtosque tomaseualikniuan tonva, tataviom, uan xumax. Tiktlachiaskej kisayan tonali. Tiktlachiaskej kalakian tonali. Tiktlachiaskej miktlampa. Tiktlachiaskej witztlampa. Tiktlachiaskej iluikampa uan tlaltikpakampa. Nochi tlapamej iuan ejekatzintle ika tlamej tlaltikpakampa nimitstlasokamachilia totlalnantsin kuikuiltik.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bob Ross, President and CEO of the California Endowment. Welcome to our second Youth Awards. Glad you could join us this evening. From leading the fight against climate change to battling systemic oppression in the streets, our youth leaders have sparked movements. They have sparked social change, and we're here to celebrate that this evening. The California Endowment is committed to engaging, investing in, and lifting up the voices of young change makers for California and across the country. In 2018, in partnership with our President's Youth Council, the California Endowment hosted the first ever Youth Awards, lifting up the stories, the achievements, and the accomplishments of young change makers. At this time of enormous change and uncertainty across our nation, the leadership of these young change makers is critical. They are asserting a vision that they see, a vision that they experience, a vision that they want for the future of our country. This brand of leadership and vision is incredibly important, especially in a year where we've seen the COVID-19 global pandemic, where we've seen racial injustice killings at the hands of law enforcement, and young people taking to the streets to assert their vision for a healthier future, a healthier and more inclusive future. Before we get started, I'd like to acknowledge a few key partners that have been integral in bringing the Youth Awards vision to life this evening. And those partners are the President's Youth Council, the California Center, Visions Manifested, Rally, California Youth Rising, and members of the selection committee who all brought us together for an evening that will be fun, entertaining, inspiring, and uplifting. In your digital program, you'll be able to find the run-up show for this evening, which includes a few performances and, of course, the presentation of our 9 incredible award winners across 3 different categories. Tonight, you're in for an inspiring, galvanizing, and celebratory evening of youth power. We're lucky to have Yeshaya Israel guiding us through our program live from the studio. Yeshaya is a leader from Sacramento whose commitment to health, inclusivity, and social justice brought him into the Youth Awards family with a Community Champion Award in 2018. Yeshaya, over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Ross, for the amazing introduction. My name is Yeshaya Israel, a 22-year-old poet, MC, and activist from Sacramento, California. Welcome to the 2020 Youth Awards presented by the California Endowment. I will be hosting tonight's event live from Soul Collective. Soul Collective is a nonprofit organization that engages Sacramento through arts, culture, and activism. It also happens to be a place where I was able to find my voice as a young person, where I was able to evolve and find my youth power. I've also seen many youth step inside this building and find their youth power as well. It's a joy to be here with other youth organizers and allies from California and beyond. This year's cohort winners are being celebrated because of careful consideration from both youth and adult allies who closely read, reread, and discussed this year's exceptional applicants. After receiving a youth award myself in 2018, I was honored to be a part of the selection committee that chose this year's winners. We worked in partnership with California Youth Rising, whose wonderful youth reviewed all 234 nominations and narrowed the pool for the selection committee to make its final deliberations. I can tell you firsthand the process was rigorous and thoughtful. So, we want to take a moment to thank our selection teams, California Youth Rising and the selection committee. You can learn about everyone's involvement in the selection process in our digital program. Thank you all. And since we all can't meet each other in person, let's meet each other virtually. In the chat box, let us know your name and where you're watching from. First and foremost, tonight is about celebrating our winners, 7 outstanding individuals, and 2 inspiring organizations who showed up in their communities as agents of change, taking action against deep-rooted systemic barriers and injustice, and building youth power. Tonight, you'll see winners in 3 award categories: the Voices for Change Award, Community Power Partner Award, and the Brandon Harrison Visionary Award. To kick off our celebration, I will now pass it off to TCE board member Bishop Minerva Carcaño to present us with the Voices for Change Awards.
Hello, friends. I'm Bishop Minerva Carcaño, a member of the California Endowment Board. One of the very best gifts I've received through TCE has been that of working with the amazing leaders of the President's Youth Council. They have inspired me through the ways they have lived through the challenges and the struggles of their own lives and of their communities. They have shown me how to see the world through new eyes that see so much more than what is, eyes that see what the world should be and could be even now if we join our efforts to work for justice for everyone. I'm so grateful for each one of these powerful and visionary young leaders. And now turning to the awards and the worthy recipients. The Voices for Change Award honors 6 young agents of change who have dedicated themselves to the hard work of addressing social injustice or inequities in their local community or state. The award spans 6 issue areas, each of which were determined in partnership with TCE's President's Youth Council. Through this award, we will honor the leaders dedicated to the issues the President's Youth Council finds most pressing. Tonight, We honor young leaders who are fighting for just and transformative immigration policy, dismantling the oppressive systems at play in our education system, fighting for the end of unjust environmental policies and practices, combating systemic homophobia, misogyny, and transphobia, advocating for an end to mass incarceration, and advancing inclusive community development by building community capacity, power, voice, and leadership. Let's now hear from the winners themselves.
Hey, thank you so much, TCE Youth Awards. I hope everyone is having a good evening and is taking care of themselves. I first want to thank my mom, my dad, my sister Ebony, my entire family and friends, my organizing family, Students Deserve, and my new creative family, Project Knucklehead. Without you all, the action and movement liberation work I do would not be possible. So thank you. The work of organizing, dancing, and writing poetry centered around Black and Brown issues and uplifting them started with Students Deserve since the LA teacher strike. This work is important to me because I have been able to make Black and Brown lives matter in the Los Angeles Unified School District. Our campaign and the work we've done has spoken to me on a deeper level. For a very long time, I felt disconnected from my Blackness, and I knew there was more than racism being dumped upon us. And one day, I was found with community and Black and Brown excellence to organize and dance with. I would show up to speak at public comment, recite my poetry at our protests, and move in the streets for those students who didn't have a voice. For my little sister and younger cousins who are of brown and caramel complexion. And I do it to connect myself with my people in our entirety. I am out in the streets to speak and support those Black and Brown students who have been and are still being abused, criminalized, and policed in our schools and on our streets today. I am also here to celebrate the victories of racist policies being changed, healing, and liberating my community with body movements throughout the streets. I call the youth of today to defund the school police. Yes, I am talking to you, my beautiful elementary, middle, and high school students. Tell your story. Share your traumatic experiences. Write your truth. Share your words because someone is bound to listen to you. In return, support others by listening to their stories. The last message I'm going to leave with you today is to find your purpose in this world. Fight for something and take care of yourself while doing it. Be mindful as you walk around this earth. Thank you so much and have a good night.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Peter Elias. I'm from Stockton, California. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying thank you to the California Endowment for granting me the Voices of Change Award. It is a privilege and honor to know that I am being recognized for the same work my late brother Brandon Harrison once was a part of. I will continue to fight the good fight, not only just for my brother Brandon, but for all of us who have been misrepresented, misunderstood, and miscalculated young people who either cannot speak for themselves because they haven't found the voices yet, or for the ones that have now become our ancestors and is guiding us through the times as we're dismantling the school-to-prison pipeline. With that being said, I want to take the time and opportunity to give a few shout-outs and thank you to the people who have supported me through this time, such as fathers and families to help me through all the pain and all the struggle that I've been through, and also to the Brandon Harrison family for helping me with everything that I have been going through, and also thank you for the California Endowment for making all this happen.
Hello everyone, I'm Kimberly Amaya and I'm from West Long Beach on occupied Tongva territory. I want to thank TCE for awarding me with the Voices for Change Award for Environmental Justice. I want to thank Carla for nominating me and highlighting all the work that I've done. I really want to thank my parents for teaching me to follow what I'm passionate about, my sisters for giving me a lot of support, especially Whitney who introduced me to East York Communities for Environmental Justice. I'm really grateful towards Jan, Taylor, Janet, Laura, Cindy, Flori, Mark, and Diego, and so many other East Yard members. They really provided an open and safe environment that really fosters growth. I will continue to fight for environmental justice with my community so that together we could build a better and brighter future. Thank you.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here today and thank you so much for this opportunity. I'd like to start by saying that this award is not only an award, it's all the people who I've helped in the past and it's all the people who I will continue to help in the future. So that makes me very happy. I'd like to give a huge thank you to my mentor Rocio, who has nominated me for this, even though she did it secretly, and who has believed in me for so long and given me so many opportunities. So thank you so much, Rocio. I really appreciate you and I love you so much. A huge shout out to the organization that I work with, Cares in Los Angeles. They work a lot around immigration and also some community issues. So they're really cool. And lastly, I'd like to give a huge shout out and a thank you to my friends and my family, especially those of you who are here today. Thank you so much for supporting me and for being here for me. Thank you for making me the person that I am today. I love you all so much with my whole heart. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Chicky Diaz from San Rafael, California. As we are gathered here today virtually, one word comes to mind that I would like to reflect on: community. It is because of my community that I can do this work. I would like to say a big thank you to all the incredible people in my community who have helped me get here, to my supportive family and friends, and to all the wonderful folks at the SPAR Center and Beyond Differences. Thank you to Laura Talmas for nominating me for this award and showing me that one person can make a difference. I would not be here today if it wasn't for all of you. I would also like to thank TCE for honoring me with the Youth Voices for Change Award and for recognizing the power that youth hold when given the opportunity. It is for my community that I do this work. I do this work because I believe in humanity. I do this work because my father taught me that it is our responsibility to protect and take care of one another as a community. I dream of a world where all LGBTQ+ people and other marginalized folks are not loved and celebrated in spite of their identities, but because of them. I dream of a world where our joy outweighs our suffering. I know that we are not there yet, though. It is not lost on me that the day I found out I was receiving this award was the same day that Amy Coney Barrett was confirmed to the Supreme Court. On that day, I felt joy, but I also felt great fear. Fear not just for the futures of so many people, but for my own future as a queer person in the U.S. However, in the face of this fear, it is more important than ever that we do not stop fighting. No one of us is exempt from this battle, especially those of us with privilege. We cannot keep leaving the oppressed by themselves to try and dismantle the systems that oppress them. I call on all of you to join the fight for change. I call on all of you to stand up and use your voice for someone else who can't. Because until we are all truly equal, none of us are truly free. Thank you.
Hi, y'all. My name is Bernie Lim. I am currently the founder and co-organizer of the Freedom Community Clinic, as well as co-founder of the Institute for Healing and Justice in Medicine. And by day, I'm also a third-year medical student at the UCSF School of Medicine. And it is my deep honor to be the Voices of Change awardee in Inclusive Community Development for this year's awards. And first, I just want to talk about how this work means so much to me and my community because we bring whole person healing that combines the strengths of traditional, ancestral, and indigenous healing alongside the strengths of Western medicine directly to spaces and places where communities gather. And specifically in our programs at Freedom Community Clinic, we prioritize the healing of Black, Brown, Indigenous, and people of color communities who do not have access to these different healing services. And since our start in 2019, we've served over 1,500 people in the Bay Area and beyond, and it has been an incredible movement for me and so many of our people to acknowledge that healing and rest is part of protest, is part of revolution, and is part of resistance. And so first, my message of hope is to really acknowledge that as we are going through tumultuous times and through very difficult times of 2020, our rest and our healing are so important. That's the first thing we prioritize, and we recognize that healing is so essential to the revolution. And when we create spaces where people who are historically not given the opportunity to do so, when they are given the chance to heal individually and collectively in community with each other, this is part of our vision for a more joyful and rested future together. And so I would just love to thank the California Endowment, to so many of my mentors, Dr. Monica Hahn, the Freedom Community Clinic team, the communities we serve here in the Bay Area, specifically in Oakland and San Francisco, and all throughout who have really helped us grow and expand, especially this year during the tumultuous times. Thank you so much for believing in us. Thank you so much for allowing us to share our message of healing with all of y'all, and for allowing us to rest and heal alongside y'all. Thank you so much.
First and foremost, on behalf of the President's Youth Council, we want to thank you for your passion and purpose. Passion for social justice that will lead to better health outcomes for the state, and purpose for making social progress and dismantling systemic barriers. We know behind this award is a story of perseverance and vulnerability, and we want to show you gratitude and respect as navigating the climate of our state is a very hard and pivotal moment. As you may know, young people have been at the forefront of this movement since the 1960s, and 60 years later, young people like yourselves continue to pave the way for a better present and future.
Your tireless activism does not go unnoticed. We see you, we hear you, we stand with you. And as the President's Youth Council, we hope to work more closely with you to amplify the tactics, strategies, and movements you shared with us on greater platforms. As a way of inspiration, we want to share this quote: "If they don't give you a seat at the table, bring in a folding chair," by Shirley Chisholm. Tonight, we celebrate you once again. Thank you for your passion and purpose. Congrats to the 2020 TCE Youth Award winners.
Thank you, Bishop Garcaño, and congratulations to our 6 Voice for Change winners. Thanks to the President's Youth Council for the message to the winners. It's an honor to have the President's Youth Council be a part of tonight's ceremony. This group informed so much of TCE's work and played a huge role in the vision for tonight. Tonight is about celebrating youth power in all forms. Next up, we have a very special and exclusive performance from Kali, live from Soul Collective.
It's been a hard year, but the resistance is still here. Don't put up your white flag and keep your family near. We got a ways to go, but our numbers are growing. Just stay prayed up and keep that energy flowing. Cause we've been going through it, and we've been going through it, and we've been going through it, we've been going, we've been going, we've been going through it. Hey, blessings turn to power. Look at the clock, 4:44 is the hour. Some days I get a boost, other times my depression is louder. I'm walking on paths and planting my flowers. I look to the sky, it's high but it's ours. The world is unkind and it tries to devour. I hold my head high, I can't be no coward. Hey, triple threes illuminate my path. We come from scholars and prophets and mathematicians. Yes, it's no accident that we've been forced to forget this, but I see you. Yes, I am a witness. There can't be no peace where there ain't any justice. Nope. And just in case you lose your way, remember how my grandma say, and never let them take your joy away. It's time to rise above and stay that way. So much talent and drive were made that way. Hit depression with that fade away. I hope all your pain just fades away. Hey, generational trauma, socioeconomic problems, whether you learning how to count a dollar or healing from your father. The work that we're doing has immense power. The work that we're doing has immense power. I said the work that we're doing has immense power. Hit the streets and chant louder. Give yourself some flowers. Rise up, this is a call to action. The worst sin is complacency. Make something happen. So many brains in the spot. How could we not get synergetic? To be young in a room of opportunity is so magnetic. It's so magnetic. It's so magnetic. Hey, I come to you as a student and a teacher. Let's go and let's get it. Let's go and let's get it. Blessings turn to power. Look at the clock, 3:33 is the hour. Some days I get creative. Other times I'm building for a better tomorrow. I'm standing my ground, I'm doing my research. I'm asking for help, I'm getting all the answers. This is a call to action. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. Stand for something, or you will fall for anything.
Thank you, Kali, for the beautiful music. What a beautiful song. Now we're going to hear from the chairman of the TCE Board of Directors, Sean Jinwright, who will introduce the two organizations that are receiving the Community Power Partner Award.
Hello, my name is Dr. Sean Jinwright. You know, no social change is possible without youth and youth activism. The Community Power Partner Award celebrates two organizations serving California, one youth-led advocacy organization and one adult ally-led organization advancing youth voice and power. Both organizations are paving pathways for youth power at the local or state level, creating pipelines for youth leadership and social and systems change for a healthier and more equitable future. In celebrating youth leadership, it's important that we acknowledge the need for professional infrastructure for young leaders. Without points of entry, we continue to stifle the immense power of our young people and the ability to create change. That's why we are honoring both an adult ally organization and a youth-led organization tonight. Because we need both peer and adult ally organizational power behind our youth activists. Let's hear from our winners, Somos Familia Valle and California Immigrant Youth Justice Alliance.
Hi, my name is Nibras, and I graduated from both the Liberators and Cultivators program held by CEJA, and I am beyond honored to be able to accept this award on behalf of them today. In terms of community building and community organizing, CEJA has provided me with a kind of growth that I honestly could not have found elsewhere. And I genuinely believe that the kind of work that CEJA does is not only crucial, but imperative for every movement that strives for the liberation of all people.
Hello, my name is Brian Shia. I live in Riverside and I am part of the California Immigrant Youth Justice Alliance. Throughout the years and getting involved and just being a part in CEJA, I got more confident. It's just heartwarming when you see the community just coming together as one. So a message I would like to give to the youth would be voice your own voice. You shouldn't be afraid to use it and just advocate for it on the right for not yourself but for the whole undocumented community.
Hello, my name is Maria Fernanda. I graduated from both Liberators and Cultivator programs held by CEJA. As a youth who has been heavily involved with the organizing work at CEJA, I want to call on other youth to realize and harness the power they have in creating spaces of resistance in their own community. This can manifest in various forms, such as creating spaces for political education, giving and participating in mutual aid, getting plugged in with call to actions, and making sure to always center directly impacted folks in your movement. You are movement building and funneling folks to continue to want to grow and work towards the vision of liberation. CEJA truly honors that youth will always light the way.
Hi everyone! My name is Kevin, pronouns he, him, his. I'm president with Somos Familia Valle.
Hi everyone, my name is Ethan. My pronouns are he, him, his, and I'm a youth leader at Somos Familia Valle.
Hi everyone, my name's Cass, and I'm also a youth leader at Somos Familia Valle, and my pronouns are she, her, and they, them.
We are so honored and super grateful to be receiving the Community Power Partner Award this year. Somos Familia Valle is an LGBT organization here in the San Fernando Valley. Since our inception back in 2014, we've always had trans and queer youth involved in our rallies, events, our advocacy efforts. So I want to give a huge shout out to all the trans and queer youth who have been involved with us since the beginning. We've always created the space to be beyond safe spaces and more into brave spaces where we could really fight for gender and racial justice. And to all the youth out there, I just want to say we are the ones that we've been waiting for.
Period. Can you tell them?
Tell them.
So 4 years ago when I was 11, I joined the youth council because I didn't have a space to really express my newfound queer identity. And honestly, I just thought that, Somos was just going to be, another youth council, just a couple pamphlets, make a couple friends, basic stuff. But, it turned out to be way more than that. And I got a second family, and I really got a support system and a foundation for my newfound love for, community organizing and leadership. And Somos has really given me the opportunity to really let my leadership skills flourish by, taking me on trips like Sacramento to, talk to policymakers and really share my personal experiences and to really impact my community and just on a whole nother level. And Somos has really taught me to, value my voice as a Black, Indigenous, Latina, queer student leader. And, honestly, the space that Somos has created for the past 4 years for me and others has been absolutely liberating.
Oh, that's so cute. Yeah. So anyway, what's it called? With the award we have gotten, we're hoping to make more inclusive ethnic studies as well as more inclusive sex ed classes for queer youth. And we also stand in solidarity with LA Students Deserve to defund LASPD. And I hope this paves the way for future queer youth.
I want to give a big shout out to Deborah from Friends of the Family who opened up the space for us to have our youth program. Thank you so much, Deborah. Even without a contract or anything, we let her know that we need a space for trans queer youth, and she was like right on with it. So thank you, Deborah.
Period. Thank you, Deborah.
Thank you, Deborah.
And I also wanted to give a thank you to our youth alumni and a very special thank you to Jay for, really helping build the youth council from the ground up and really making it what it is today.
Oh, that's so true. I'd be missing Jay. Anyway, what's it called? Thank you to the mentors for always being there for us and being our chosen family.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Trans queer youth power.
Black Lives Matter.
Defund the police.
Period.
Thank you, Sean. And congratulations again to Somos Familia Valle and the California Immigrant Youth Justice Coalition. We have one winner left to announce tonight, but Youth Power goes beyond this evening and this moment. If you want to keep the conversation going, join us for a series of screenings to watch City Rising, a documentary series by KCET, created in partnership with the California Endowment that examines social justice and youth organizing in California. Use the link in the chat to register. Now, let's check out the trailer for City Rising from KCET.
There are proposed schools to be closed right now. There are proposed jails to be expanded right now.
If it keeps going the pace that it's going, we're not going to have the proper education.
Our schools need real alternatives that support students. This School Climate Bill of Rights is the first step to achieving that.
We are the future. We're going to have to deal with the decisions that are being made now.
City Rising, Youth and Democracy.
Freedom has always been for the tough, the ones who fought against their battles. You escape hell just to get a little taste into heaven. Freedom has always looked like my mother. It is the taste of those collard greens. My black beautiful baby has to run. She can't fall. We can't lose at life because second chances don't run that often in our line. Freedom has always been the race, the voyage. My ancestors had no choice but to take. We had no way of showing liberation. As to say that they were effortless, freedom has always felt like cocoa butter, the feeling of jojoba oil hitting my scalp. It is the smell of chicken hitting that hot grease. You know, like the ones that my grandmother felt when that whip hit her. Freedom was never intended for us. We strive to keep our thoughts ours. Everything we have has been taken. Our hairstyles taken, our language stolen. Our blood spilt like ashes of burning bodies left to cremate. Freedom has always been about salvation. It is the silent tears no one hears, the protest rallies and marches no one ever sees. The roar you hear, it is a meek pronunciation of my name because you couldn't take the culture, the pain, the racial injustice and carve it into your own back. Freedom has seemed like isolation, like incarceration, because sometimes many don't make that race. In some cases, freedom was about the opportunity to enter the race, to even sign your name. They say freedom is only earned. Now, is that fair? We will always win in that foot race.
Thank you, Gio, for sharing those words this evening. And thank you to those of you at home tuning in. It's my pleasure hosting tonight. I also wanted to thank Dusk After Dawn for providing us with some revolutionary beats throughout the night. What a beautiful night it's been. A huge congratulations to the winners, and may you continue to cultivate change. Our final award of the night means a lot to the TCE family. I'm honored to introduce the Brandon Harrison Visionary Award. Brandon was a bright light and meant so much to the TCE family. I'm honored to welcome Brandon's mother, Licia Harrison, to present the award.
Hi, I'm Licia Harrison, Brandon Harrison's mom, and I have his sisters, Brittany and Lauren, with me, and we are here to introduce the Brandon Harrison Visionary Youth Award winner. First, we'd like to talk a little bit about Brandon. Brandon was a very smart, funny, passionate, caring, and affectionate child. And I miss him each and every day.
For me, Brandon was motivational. He was so talented, caring, very conceited, and annoyingly funny, how he can make everyone laugh and everyone love him instantly.
Brandon was a charmer. He would make me mad, and 2 seconds later, he would be begging me to do something for him and charm me into doing it. He was an amazing father that loved his sons tremendously.
Yes.
A passionate leader, an amazing little brother, and just all around a great human being.
Yes, he was. Brandon was passionate about dismantling the schools to prison pipeline. He and I had many conversations about the negative and disproportionate impact the disciplinary policies and practices had on young boys and girls of color. And this is something that he personally experienced. He understood the depths and sometimes life-altering consequences of being targeted by educators who weren't aware of their implicit bias. The work that this year's awardee is doing with his Dream Beyond Bars Fellowship aligns with the work that Brandon was doing. By training formerly incarcerated youth to become experts on local, state, and federal policy impacting their lives. To create change, Brandon made many trips to our state capitol to speak with leaders and their staff about assembly bills or Senate bills being proposed and how those would affect the lives of our youth, our young people, and people of color. It is critically important that we welcome our young men and women back from incarceration to an environment where they feel accepted and supported. We need our young people to see and feel the value and light that they bring to our communities. The Brandon Harrison Youth Visionary Award recognizes an exceptional youth from California who has overcome many obstacles to battle back from trauma and place himself in the community on a path toward success. This awardee's actions has built a bridge for others in their community to defy the odds, and in doing so has inspired his community to create a new vision for the future. We are so honored to present the Brandon Harrison Visionary Award to this incredible young man,
Daniel Mendoza.
Congratulations, Daniel.
Thank you for the work that you've done.
Never stop. Keep going.
Yes, and to all the other awardees, I am truly inspired and hopeful by all the work that our youth and young people are doing throughout California. Thank you all.
Thank you.
What's up, everyone? My name is Daniel Mendoza, and I'm humbly honored to be receiving the Brandon Harrison Visionary Award. This award means so much to me because I've had the privilege of seeing firsthand the legacy and impactfulness that Brandon Harrison has left in Stockton and throughout the state of California. It is truly an honor to be receiving an award named after such a brilliant young leader. The reason I do this work and why this work is so important to me is growing up, I've seen how flawed our education system and justice system is and how racist it is. On a local, state, and national level, it really needs to change. I've seen firsthand the benefits of community healing and multi-generational leadership and love. And I believe that's what it takes to save lives and help our young people. My message to young people is wake up early and do everything from a place of love, and everything will work out. Lastly, I want to thank the California Endowment for giving me this award. I want to thank my extended movement family and my mentors, George Galvis, Ruben Leal, and Michael Muscadine. I would also want to thank Linda Sanchez for nominating me. And lastly, I want to thank my family for showing unconditional love and always being there for me during those hard times. Love y'all.
All of the award winners tonight have demonstrated the incredible power of youth. We've heard about organizing, advocacy, outreach, leadership, and voice. All of this critically important in this pivotal transformational moment in our nation's history. We need these change makers. We're thrilled to be supporting them. In light of this, we want to close out the evening by recognizing the social justice events of this past year. This has been a tough and difficult year for social justice advocates. We've seen the COVID-19 global pandemic. We've seen a presidential election bringing divisiveness and hatred into our politics. And we've seen police killings of Breonna Taylor and George Floyd. This has been a very tough year, but we need to translate these incidents and these events into positive social change. You're here tonight because you share the California Endowment's belief in people power. We believe people power is the key to driving systems change, and that young people are the critical ingredient in making that systems change happen. We'd like to hear what your commitments are to social justice in 2021. In the chat box, please feel free to share how you're going to step up in 2021 to advance social justice, because we each have a role to play. In closing, thank you for your energy, thank you for your passion, thank you for your strength, thank you for your courage. Good evening. Have a great night.